What's going on? Good morning, everyone. Just wanted to get a couple of thoughts out while I'm on my route, currently en route to Covington, Indiana. So, I've been meaning to talk about this for a minute. Okay, so one thing I've been meaning to talk about is driveaway. Now, for about a month after I left C1, I did driveaway, which is basically you're taking semi-tractors, cab and chassis, or even commercial trucks that are done. Like if you took a cab and chassis to a factory and they put the components of, say, like a cement truck or a dump truck or a garbage truck or some other utility truck on that cab and chassis, you took it to the customer. Again, transporting semi-tractors to wherever they need to go, whether they're new or used. Also, moving things like school buses. Like I moved one from the factory to a dealership in Kentucky. That was the last thing I moved. And you can also move RVs. So I didn't get a chance to do the RVs. I would have loved to have done an RV. But it is what it is. So my thoughts on it. You have to be business minded in order to do driveaway because you are an independent contractor. They will pay you they will pay you accordingly. Now, I did drive away for two companies. One was Norton Transport, the other one was Truck Movers. Truck Movers, their app was easier to use. However, Norton paid more. But Truck Movers was definitely more convenient because they had a depot in Indianapolis. However, like I said, they didn't pay as much as I would have liked, especially since you were paying for the fuel. It was coming out of your settlement, except there was a surcharge. So basically saying you pay for the fuel, but with the surcharge, you make a little bit back. Now, that company could also have a discount deal with, say, Love's or something like that, and that gives you a little extra discount. That may be good, may not be, especially if Love's is sitting there at $4.14 a gallon on diesel, and the gas station, say, down the street is charging $3.99. Who are you going to go with? It's a better idea to go with the $3.99 or less, even though Love's may give you a discount, depending on the discount. But again, you're not going to see a discount up front. A lot of the stuff's going to come on the back end. So you really, I put it like this: I made enough money with it to pay the bills. Now, Norton gave you a $60 travel I wouldn't call it an incentive, but it's more like a travel stipend in case you have to get a hotel or something like that, which anybody that knows that's done any traveling knows that $60 is going to get you a room at the Roach Motel. So, I mean, heck, I was spending $70 to $100. And by the way, Truck Movers will reimburse you up to $100 if you have to stay at a hotel. There are many other truck or many other drive-away companies out there, like Bennett, I want to say Mona or Moba or something like that. But there's many others out there. Victor Drive-Away, which is a sister company of Truck Movers, but they mainly do the RVs. But like I said, I made enough to pay the bills. I had to do a lot more traveling than I was expecting. Okay, maybe not. I was going, I shouldn't say more than I was expecting, more than I wanted to. And needless to say, I didn't make the money I really wanted to make out of it when it was all said and done. By the time my van was ready to roll, and which I'm about to get into the situation with the van here in a second. But yeah, you know, I had a little fun with drive-away. So, but you have to continuously stay on the road, you know, and keep everything and keep yourself moving to really make any money at that business. And you also have to do at least one run a month to keep your contract active. Now, of course, I haven't had time to do one, and so I lost my Truck Movers contract. I'm not too upset about that. And I'll be basically surrendering my Norton contract here by the end of the week. But, you know, like I said, drive-away, it can be a good or lucrative business if you keep constantly moving and you keep your overhead low. But of course, you have to really watch your fuel consumption on a lot of these vehicles. Now, one thing I have noticed, you pick up from the depots, you won't have any fuel in those vehicles, trust me. So what I started doing a lot of times, I would go for the ones that we were having to move from or pick up from a lot of these mega carriers, because 9 times out of 10 they had anything from a half tank to almost a full tank of fuel in them. You know, when you go to pick them up, hey, that's good. Whereas you pick them up at the depot, you have enough to maybe get to a truck stop and fuel up, because they like, I know Truck Movers at their depot, they only put 4 inches of fuel, or made sure that you know, those trucks have 4 inches of fuel in their fuel tank. That was it. And they literally had like a little dowel rod that was marked for that 4 inches to measure, and they gave me one. Hey, measure, make sure it's got 4 inches of fuel in it, and you know, you're okay to go. That was enough to get me down the street, basically, to fuel up. Now, what's going on with the van? Okay, so I have you know, gotten on with Now Courier, as you can see, with the lanyard around my neck here. Also, I got on with American Expediting, who I've been trying to get on with for months, but I'm more like a fill-in. So if they need something run real quick, and I'm available, they call me. If they don't have any other drivers that can do a run, they'll call me. I'll go do it real quick, or go pick up the package and deliver it. I've done 2 runs for American Expediting, but I got a route with Now Courier. I'm seeing some deductions at Now that I was not expecting, but it's okay. I'm still making over 1,000 a week. However, as I'm looking at not just my business expenses, I'm looking at my personal expenses too. And even though the way I calculated it out, this would be fine, and I still have enough to pay everything. The way everything falls, and of course the kick in the teeth I just got from the health insurance, because I've got my own health insurance. It's not enough, and especially if I want to grow my business. To basically, as an independent contractor, doing the medical courier, it's good if it's just you and you're just doing this to pay your bills. Then it's just fine. However, if you're trying to grow your business, like I want to, this ain't gonna work. And got a flatbedder who's having a little trouble keeping himself straight here. See if I can get around them. So I have had to make a choice, and the wife and I have talked about it, and we've decided that I will basically have to go on the road. And again, I'm going to stay within my 500 air miles, and not take this thing across country, because that's kind of stupid to do that. But yeah, we decided I'm just going to go ahead. I decided I'm going to go ahead and go cross country. Gonna probably say a prayer over this one. Ask for a little divine guidance. But it seems that that's probably my best option. I've already been in talks with a couple of brokerages. One being Run to Load 317, and the other one being C5 Expediting. So I talked to both of those, and I'm looking over their contracts now. Hopefully they're not exclusive, so I can run under more than one brokerage, so I don't just have to run for just C5. I can run the other one as well. When I have downtime or when they don't have loads for me, I can pick the other one up and keep it moving. But yeah, in order for me to grow my business, I can't stay where I am. I need to go ahead and move on. Now, when that's going to happen, it's got to happen fairly soon, so I'm moving as quickly as I can, especially get this get any possible repairs I may need to do to the van, get the oil changed, so on and so forth, so I can go ahead and make sure that it is able to go long distances without any major issues. So that's really what's going on. I still have to give you guys a small tour of the van, give you guys an idea of how big this thing is, and another reason why I don't think that what I'm doing right now is really utilizing it as much as I'd like to. Also, I've run into quite a few of my students over the last few former students over the last few weeks. And in fact, I just ran into one yesterday who's driving for DM Bowman. He's happier there. Apparently the company that sent him to school, which was ABC Supply, wasn't trying to pay him enough or pay him what he was worth, and so he bounced and went to DM Bowman, and he's happier there. I have another student I bumped into in Crawfordsville, one of the places that I deliver to. He's doing well there, class 22. And of course, you know, when I talk to these guys, they let me know stuff I've heard before from students that were, you know, from students that I taught, you know, while they were at C1, and of course things that, you know, these guys didn't tell me while they were there, but they told me now about how they felt about certain instructors, why a lot of students were gravitating toward my groups, because I did notice that my groups, I'm like, okay, who are these people? And they're not my group, but you know, they came over to learn, and I found out why from talking to a few of these guys that I've run into and I talked to out and about, you know, that I still talk to this day. And I guess I had a teaching style that helped people learn what we were trying to teach them. So I guess I had a way of explaining things better, and I guess that's why my pre-trip videos were so popular. Sorry for taking so long to get a video out. I had actually recorded one and realized that I really couldn't hear myself, and I figured you guys wouldn't be able to hear me either. You guys are probably wondering, why does he have this corded headset? Well, I got the corded headset for a couple of reasons. One, I still got my Bluetooth, but it's hooked up to my other phone. It's paired to my other phone, so and I just haven't had the heart to buy another Bluetooth headset for this phone. However, this headset I caught at the Dollar General. It was cheap, and I was like, hey, I don't have to worry about charging it. So there we go. So another thing about the van, I'm running an average of 2,000 miles a week, which, you know, in the trucking industry is usually a good thing. However, you know, I'm spending about I'd say roughly about $350 a week on fuel. So that tells you where my fuel consumption is. I'm running roughly about on my slow day, I'm running around 275 miles on my slow day. That's what I saw yesterday. On my busier days, I'm running closer to 400 miles. Or actually, I may actually run over 400 miles. Today, I'm pretty sure I'm going to run somewhere in the mid 300 miles, but I'll know at the end. So that's what's up on this end, and I'll catch you guys up on it later.